Now we are going to take a look at some exam strategies which I have found to work for many people. On the day of the exam, I have 7 strategies for you to consider. 1. Open SOLIDWORKS and the Tangix testing software only. Close out of any other applications such as email, Facebook, and so on. Having only SOLIDWORKS and the testing software open provides for the least amount of distractions and reduces computer crashes. 2. Always read through all the questions before beginning the test. The reason for this, you may be making multiple changes to the same file for several questions. Knowing what will be expected of you in later questions helps you plan how you are going to approach the design intent of the model. 3. Save often. Because if the system crashes, you will need to reopen SOLIDWORKS and the testing software and resume the test. A computer crash will not result in an exam makeup test. 4. Many of the questions can be completed out of order, so one strategy is to read all exam questions before starting and answering the easy ones first. 5. I have taken many of the SOLIDWORKS exams myself and found that keeping track of my progress is a strategy that works for me. I take a piece of notebook paper and write a number for each question in the left-hand column. For example, this exam consists of 26 questions, so I print the numbers 1 through 26 down the left-hand column. As I work through the questions, if I feel confident in my answer, I will put a check mark on that question number. Or, if I feel good about my answer, but would like to take a closer look at the problem, should I have time remaining, I will draw a circle around the question number. And last, if I had difficulty with a question and have an answer I am not feeling good about, I will place an X on the question number and return to it later. 6. In this exam you have 2 hours. If you finish early, use every remaining minute to review your answers. This is where you can return to the numbered sheet you made earlier to see what you need to review. Don't end the exam early if you are done with the 26 questions. I have personally seen far too many students who completed the exam early and submitted the results only to realize they failed the exam because of a silly mistake. Personally, I finished one exam in about half the allotted time. Had I not gone back and carefully reviewed each of my answers, I would not have found a decimal point mistake, which would have resulted in failing the exam. And last, number 7, this exam does not test you on best practices. It simply tests you over completing the final geometry. Use features you know well and are confident in. In closing, if you are not successful in passing the exam, do not get frustrated. I know it's easier said than done. Take a deep breath and write down some notes about the exam in areas where you had difficulty. And then research those areas so you are ready the next go-around. The weldment exam you take the next time will be very similar to the first one, with some slight variations in the values. In order to attempt the exam a second time, you will need to purchase another voucher and wait 30 days between attempts. Try to take the exam as soon as possible after the 30-day wait period, while the exam is still somewhat fresh in your memory. If you follow these strategies, I am confident you will do well.